What's up, fragrant world? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. Today we're talking about the house of Argos fragrances. Once again, it's been a while since we've done a dedicated video on Argos, probably since 2017, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. I'm really thrilled to bring you some of the newest fragrances that they have come out with. So the one we're talking about today is one of their 3 newest releases. I have 2 of them. They were sent to me for review. And as you know, I keep things 100 with you guys. I tell you what I think, whatever comes. So first thing I'm going to say about these fragrances is that they are a little pricey. Let's just be real, okay? 100 milliliters, $225 US. All right. It's hefty. We're talking niche perfumery here. This is the price bracket that you're looking for when we're talking about high-end luxury fragrances. And one thing to keep in mind, unlike the designer market, when you're dealing with Dior's or Chanel or Hermes, anything like that, something that I believe, I'm just going to put this out there, when it comes to niche perfumes, their goal is to make you as the wearer learn more when you wear them. They're supposed to be an experience. They're supposed to make you feel humble and again make you want to learn more. Whereas designer fragrances are more geared towards making you feel dominant, making you feel like you dominate your environment. You're a man and you smell fresh and clean and everyone's going to be drawn to you. You're going to get compliments, all that. It's not really meant to make you humble. That dichotomy is not quite so clear-cut and definitive, I know, because it's not like niche fragrances aren't meant to make you feel confident. I think they are, but they're meant to be more than just a smell. It's supposed to be an experience. And with the money that you're paying for something like Triumph of Bacchus, which is what we're talking about today, first of all, look at this presentation. All right, this is the outer box. This artwork. Pretty incredible stuff. Okay, now I'm not going to go all the way into the lore of this because I'm actually going to be doing a live interview with the owner and creator of Argos Fragrances, Christian Petrovich, very soon. So in that interview, we're going to talk about all the details behind the brand, what all the symbols mean, all of that. And that's going to be here on YouTube. We'll do that live stream. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But I just want to give you a glimpse as to what you're paying for here with this. So outer box opens up. Inside of this beautiful kind of leather-like, almost book style box. And you can see it says Triumph of Bacchus here. If there's no glare, you'd see it better. Opens up from the side. Inside, the bottle rests. This kind of beautiful velvet-like kind of styrofoam cutout. You have the story behind the fragrance, and you also have the notes. Now, again, it's a little reflective, so you're not really going to be able to read it, but I'm going to give you what I think about the scent anyway, so you don't have to do any reading. I'm going to remove this beautiful bottle because this is, again, also part of what you pay for with the experience of this. I mean, look at this. Look at this bottle. I've already shown you guys Bacio Immortale in my top niche video. And this new bottle style is all custom, totally, custom made for Argos. Is gorgeous. It's thick, it's heavy, the edges are beautiful. You have these kind of like geometric edges to the corners here. Each fragrance has its own individual custom plaque, which is beautiful. The way that it's actually attached to the bottle is a special process so that from the back it still looks clean and there's no edges or anything with the glue or anything like that. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the presentation of a bottle at this level. This cap is metal, it's heavy, it's wonderful. This is already in the air. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there. You get what you pay for with this stuff. Now, I know it's not cheap, and at the end of the video, I'm gonna provide you guys with a way that you can try this out for not $225. So stay tuned for that. I want to tell you a little bit about Bacchus. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but Bacchus is a Roman god in the mythology. And he was the god of winemaking and fertility and theater and many other things. And he was known as the liberator because his music and his dancing and his wine would apparently free humans from their self-consciousness as well as the restraints of society. So he basically turned us all into heathens. So that's a little bit about Bacchus. There's more to it than that, but that was his vibe. He's very kind of free-spirited, kind of dealing with madness, really catering to the misfits of society, so to speak. And this man, it fits that vibe. It's not the wildest fragrance I've ever smelled, but it definitely goes along the lines of something that is intoxicating, it gets your attention, and it kind of just frees your senses and changes your mood and just kind of shifts you the other direction from whatever the heck you were doing before. In the top here, what this smells like, it's very spicy, lots of saffron. There's a fruitiness to it. There's white peach, there's some apple, and a beautiful rum note. When you first put it on, man, it is stunning. It's stunning, it's rounded, it's warm, it's sweet. It's beautiful. And again, that spice from the saffron, man, it is, again, very attention getting. As it dries, you get a little bit of jasmine, which comes out, adds a touch of this thick, earthy floral nature that starts to peek through the sweetness. It is pretty sweet, I gotta say. Also in the heart, we got some tonka bean. There's also some patchouli and vetiver, so it's quite an earthy heart. It's thick, but that sweetness, which really does emanate from the base, from the tonka bean too, but the base notes. We got vanilla, there is amber, there is some tobacco. I think there's even some sandalwood. So it is earthy, sweet, very warm, very spicy. The whole way through it stays sweet. This thing, again, it's a succulent sweet. It's almost on the edge of gourmand nature. But in the air, to me, this smells almost like a cherry tobacco, like an earthy cherry tobacco vibe. But again, it's very rounded. It's not harsh in any way. It is such incredible quality, I gotta say. I mean, when you first spray it on, this thing explodes off of the skin with that saffron note. It is spicy. There's a leathery nuance to it. But again, it starts off very sweet. And that booziness is beautiful. It just lends this really interesting, luxurious quality to it, but it's still kind of mysterious. Again, as it dries, it just becomes more succulent, more delectable, still sweet, rich, earthy. This is something that I wear. It's addicting. It is addicting. I cannot stop smelling it. It smells so good. It is perfectly unisex. I think anyone could pull this off, really. This thing lasts at least 8 hours on my skin. It's an eau de parfum. 8 hours on the skin, and it'll last longer on your clothes, probably till the next day, if not longer than that. The projection isn't super heavy, but I do find that it has very nice sillage. It will leave a nice scent trail behind you as you walk. It's gonna fill up the room as you move around. And again, it's so elegant. It's something that I would pair on a night out, either something halfway elegant, maybe you're putting on a nice shirt, going to a lounge or something, or going to a nice dinner. Date night, this is a perfect date night scent in my opinion. It's something that you want to get closer to. It's warming, it's inviting, it's intoxicating, as I said, it's luxurious, a little mysterious. So man, I love this. You're gonna see more of this on my channel. This is more of a cooler weather scent, so we're in the spring. As we move into the summer, I will not be reaching for this quite as much unless we have a cool summer evening, but it's not a bad time to start sampling it. I'm gonna leave a link down below where you can purchase Triumph of Bacchus if you're interested, but at the very least, you can get a sample set. Argos Fragrances has a wonderful sample set, comes with all 5 of their offerings right now. Their Pour Homme and Pour Femme, which are the originals. And then they have the 3 newest ones as well. Each one is a full 2 milliliters, which is really generous. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 2 milliliter sample, and it's just 35 bucks, which is not bad. And I have a code if you want to use it. It's fresh10. It's here on the screen. You can see it. That'll give you 10% off your entire order. And they do ship worldwide, which is awesome. So it doesn't matter where you are. try out some Argos. They have something for everyone so far, for every season, every occasion. I really have no problem pushing my appreciation for this brand, and I have appreciated them since they started, not just because they send me free stuff. Let me make that very clear. This is high quality. At least if you're asking me, to my nose, to my olfactory experience and journey thus far, this is high quality stuff. You get what you pay for, as I've said, in terms of the presentation, the experience, the story, the background. There's a lot of depth here. So that's what I have to say about Argos, at least in terms of trying for Bacchus. We'll be talking about the other ones later on as we go. Make sure you stay tuned for the live stream. That'll be coming up in the next few weeks or so, as soon as we can get the technology up and running. We will be doing a giveaway, yes, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Let me know if you've tried Argos fragrances. Let me know if you've tried trying for Bacchus. I'd love to talk about it. Or just let me know your general thoughts on what we've talked about today. If you like the video, I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. Would love to see you back next week for another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.